Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Vikas Kumar. Today we are going to discuss about marketing strategies and plan in detail. And this lecture begins with the examining some of the strategic marketing implication in creating customer value. We will also look at several perspectives on planning and describe how to draw up a formal marketing plan. Let's start with the lecture. The task of any business is to deliver a customer value at a profit. A company can win only by fine tuning the value delivery process and choosing, providing, and communicating superior value to increases well informed buyers. We can divide the value creation and delivery sequence into three phases. First is to choosing the value, is the homework marketers must do before any product exists. They must segment the market, select the appropriate target, and develop the offerings value positioning. The formula segmentation, targeting, and positioning is the essence of strategic marketing. And the second phase is to providing the value. Marketing must identify specific product features, price, and distribution. The task in the third phase is to communicate the value by utilizing the internet, advertising, Salesforce, and any other communication tools to announce and promote the product. The value delivery process begins before there is a product and continues through the development and after the launch. Nine strategic relevant activities, five primary and four support activities create value and cost in a specific business. The primary activities are inbound logistics or bringing material into the business operation or converting material into final products, outbound logistics or shipping out final products include marketing, which include the sales and services. Specialized department handle the support activities, procurement, technology development, human resource management. Firm infrastructure cover the cost of general management, planning, finance, accounting, and legal or government affairs. If we talk about the core business processes, the firm success depends not only on how well each department performs its work, but also on how well the company coordinates departmental activities to conduct core business processes. These processes includes the market sensing process, gathering and acting upon information about the market, the new offering realization processes, researching, developing, and launching new high quality offering quickly and within the budget, the customer acquisition process, defining target market and prospective for new customer, the customer relationship management process, building deeper understanding of relationship and offering to individual customer. Last one is the fulfillment management process, receiving and approving order, shipping goods on the time, and collective payment. Competitive advantage also accompanies distinctive capabilities or excellence in broader business processes. Wharton's George Day sees marketing driven organization as excelling in the three distinct capabilities: marketing sensing, customer liking, and channel bonding. To maximize the core competencies, company should redefine the business concept. They should reshape the business scope, and they should position the company's brand identity. For examples, Peabody Energy implemented a new global organization structure, creating a geographic business unit in the America, Australia, and Asia to reflect its growing global footprint. Changes in the business fortunes often necessitate alignment and restructuring, as Panasonic and other Japanese technology and electronics company found. The most large companies consist of the four organizations level. First is corporate, second is division and business, and the last one is product. Corporate headquarters is responsible for designing a corporate strategic plan to guide the whole enterprise. It makes a decision on the amount of the resources to allocate to each division as well as on the which businesses to start or eliminate. Each division establishes a plan covering the allocation of fund to each business unit within the division. Each business unit develop a strategic plan to carry that business unit into a profitable future. Finally, each product level or product line or brand develop a marketing plan for achieving its objective. The marketing plan operates at two levels, strategic and tactical. The strategic marketing plans lays out the target market and the firm's value proposition. Based on the analysis of the best market opportunities, the tactical marketing plans specifies the marketing tactics including the product features, promotion, merchandising, pricing, sales channels and services. Only a selected group of companies have historically stood out as a master marketers. These companies focus on the customer and are organized to respond effectively to changing needs. They all have well-staffed marketing department and their other department except that the customer is a king. Whether they let their business unit set their own goals and strategies or collaborating in the doing so, all the corporate headquarters undertake these for planning, such as defining the corporate mission, establishing the strategic business units, assigning the resources to each strategic business unit, in the last assessing the growth opportunities. We will discuss each activity one by one in detail. First one is the defining the corporate mission. We should ask questions like what is our business, who is the customer, what is the value to the customer, what will our business be, or what should our business be before defining the mission. These simple sounding questions are among the most difficult company will ever face. Successful company continuously ask these questions and answer them. An organization exists to accomplish something, to make a car, lend money, provide night's lodging. Over time, the mission may change to respond to the new opportunity or market condition. Amazon.com changed its mission from being a world largest organization bookstore or online books stores to aspiring to the world's largest online stores. eBay changed from running online auctions for collateral to running online auction of all kinds of goods, and Dunkin' Donuts switched its emphasis from donuts to a coffee. Companies often define themselves in the term of product. They are in the auto business or clothing in the clothing business. Market definition of the business, however, describe the business as a customer satisfying process. The product are transient or basic needs of the customer groups endure forever. Transportation is a need. The horse or and carriage and automobile, railroad, airlines, ship and truck are the product that meet the need. A target market definition tends to focus on selling a product or services to a current market. A strategic market definition, however, also focus on potential market. A clear, thoughtful mission statement developed collaboratively with and shared with the managers, employees, and often customers provide a shared sense of purpose, direction, opportunities. At its best, it reflects a vision and almost impossible dreams that provides direction for the next 10 to 20 years. Sony former president Akio Morita wanted everyone to have access to the personal portable sound, so his company created the Walkman, and portable CD players. Fred Smith wanted to deliver a mail anywhere in the United States before 10:30 a.m. the next day, so he created the FedEx. Good mission statements have five major characteristics. They focus on a limited number of goals. Company a vague mission statement such as to build total brand value by innovating to deliver customer value and customer leadership faster, better, and more completely than our competition. To Google's ambition, but more focused mission statement to organization or organize the world information and make it universally accessible and useful. They stress the company is major policies and value, narrowing the range of individual discretion lets employees act consistently on important issues. They define the major competitive spheres within which the companies will operate. They talk or they take a long-term view. Managers should change the mission only when it ceased to be irrelevant. Short, the mission statement should be short, memorable, and meaningful as possible. While establishing the strategic business units, large companies normally manage quite different businesses, each requiring its own strategies. The purpose of identifying the business strategic business unit is to develop separate strategies and assign appropriate fundings. Senior management knows it's profitable, yeah, or profitable for the businesses and usually includes a number of yesterday's has-beens as well as tomorrow's winners. Once it has defined the SBU, management must decide how to allocate corporate resources to each. The General Electronics McKinsey matrix classified each strategic business unit by the extent of its competitive advantage and attractiveness of its industries. Management could decide to grow, harvest, or draw the cash from the or hold on the business. BCG growth share matrix used relative market share and annual rate of market growth as a criteria for investment decision, classifying the SBU as a dogs, a cash dogs, or cash cows, or question marks and stars. Portfolio planning models like these have largely fallen out of favor of oversimplified and subjective. Newer methods rely on shareholder value analysis and on whether the market value of the company is greater with the SBU or without it. These value calculation access the potential of the business based on growth opportunities from the global expansion, repositioning or getting or retargeting the strategy outsourcing. Portfolio planning models like these have largely fallen out of favor as oversimplified and subjective. The market planning operates at two levels, strategic and tactic. As well as newer methods rely on shareholder value analysis and on whether the market value of a company is greater with an SBU or without it. These value calculations assess the potential of a business based on growth, opportunities from global expansion, repositioning of retargeting and strategic outsourcing. Assessing growth opportunity includes planning new business, downsizing, or terminating older business. If there is a gap between the future desired sales and projected sales, corporate management will need to develop as acquire a new business to fill it. Evidently, the company wants to grow much faster than its current business will permit. How can it fill the strategic planning gap? The first option is to identify the opportunity growth within current business which called intensive opportunity. The second is to identify the opportunities to build as a acquire business related to current business, which is integrative opportunities. The third is to identify the opportunity to add attractive unrelated business, which called diversification opportunities. In the last, downsizing and divesting older business. Let's discuss intensive growth in detail. One useful framework is the product market expansion grid, which considers the strategic growth opportunity for a firm in terms of current and new product and market. The company first considers whether it could gain more market share with its current product in their current market using the market penetration strategies. Next is to consider whether it can find or develop a new market or its current product in a market development strategy. Then it considered whether it can develop a new product for its current market with the product development strategies. Later, the firm will also review opportunity to develop a new product for a new market in diversification strategy. If we talk about integrative growth, a business can increase sales and profit through backward, forward, or horizontal integration within its industry. Diversification growth makes sense when good opportunities exist outside the present business. For example, from its origins as an animated film producer, the Walt Disney Company has moved into licensing character for merchandising goods, publishing journal interest fiction books under the Hyperion imprint, entering the broadcast industry with its own Disney Channel as well as ABC and ESPN, developing theme park, vacation and resort properties, and offering cruise and commercial theater experience. Companies must carefully prune, harvest, or divest tired old business to release needed resources for other uses and reduce the cost. For example, to focus on its travel and credit card operations, American Express spun off American Express Financial Advisors, which provided insurance, mutual fund investment advice, and brokerage and asset management services. It was renamed as Ameriprise Financials. American Enterprise Group (AIG) agreed to sell two of its subunits, American General Indemnity Company and American General Property Insurance Company, to a White Mountain Insurance Group as a part of a long-term growth strategy to discard redundant assets and focus on its core operation. Therefore, companies must careful prune or harvest or divest tired old business to release needed resources for other uses and reduce the costs. Strategic planning happen within the context of the organization. Company's organization consists of its structure, policies, and corporate culture, all of which can become dysfunctions in a rapidly changing business environment. Whereas managers can change the structure and policy through the difficulty. The company's culture is very hard to change, yet adaptive the culture is often the key of successful implementing new strategies. Whereas the managers can change structures and policies through with the difficulties. The company's culture is very hard to change, yet adapting the culture is often the key successful implementation or new strategies. And what exactly is a corporate culture? Some define it as the shared experience, stories, belief, and norms that characterize the organization. Walk into any companies, and the first thing that strikes you it is the corporate culture, the way people dress, talk to one another, and greet customer. Imaginative ideas on strategy exist in the many places within the company. Senior managers should identify and encourage fresh ideas from three general inder underrepresented groups and employees with youthful or diverse perspective, employees far removed from the company's headquarters, and employees new to the industry. Scenario analysis, which develop the plausible representation of the firm's possible future using assumptions about the forces driving the market and different uncertainties. And manager thinks through the each scenarios with the question what will do it if it happens, adopt one scenario as the most probable and watch for the signposts that might confirm or disconfirm it. The business unit strategic planning process consists of the various steps shown in the model. We will examine each step in detail in next slides. First of all, each business unit needs to define its specific mission within the broader company mission. Thus, a television studio lighting equipment company might define its mission as to target a major television studio and become their vendor of choice for lighting a technology that represent the most advantage and reliable studio lighting arrangements. Notice this mission does not mention winning a business from a smaller television studio and offering the lowest price or venting into non-lighting product. SWOT analysis is the overall evaluation of a company's strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat is the called, which we call the SWOT analysis. It is a way of monitoring external and internal marketing environment. And there are three main sources of marketing opportunities. The first is to offer something that is into short supply. This require little marketing talent as the need is fairly obvious. The second is to supply an existing product or services in a new superior way. How the problem detentions method asks consumer for their suggestions. The idea method has them imagine an idea version of the product or services, and the consumption chain method asks them to chart their steps in acquiring, using, or disposing of the product. This last method can often lead to the totally a new product or services, which is the third main source of the market opportunity. To deal with the environmental threat and the companies need contingency plans, a business unit must monitor a key microenvironment forces and significance or significant microenvironment factor that affect its ability and earn profit. It should set up a marketing intelligence systems to track trends and importance development of any related opportunity and threats. Marketer needs to be good at spotting an opportunity considering the following. A company may benefit from covering industry trends and introduce hybrid product or services new to the market. Cell phone marketers or manufacturers have released global positioning system and so on. Or a company may make a buying process more convenient and efficient. For example, Mobile introduced the Speed Pass, one of the first widely deployed RFID radio frequency identification payment system to allow customers to quickly or easily pay for gas at pumps. And a company can meet the need for more information and advice. For example, Aggie's List connect individual customer with local home improvement and other services that have been reviewed by others. A company can customize a product or services. Timberland allows customers to choose colors for different parts of their boots, add initial of the numbers, and select different stitching and embroideries. A company can introduce a new capabilities. For example, customers can create and edit digital iMovies with the iMac and upload them to Apple web servers or websites such as YouTube to share their friends around the world. and a company may be able to deliver a product or services faster. For example, FedEx discovered a way to deliver mail and packages much more quickly than US postal services. A company may be able to offer a product at a much lower prices. For example, pharmaceutical firms have created a generic version of the brand name drugs. Mail order drugs companies often sell for or less. To evaluate the opportunities, company can use market opportunity analysis to ask questions like can we articulate the benefit convincingly to define target market? Can we locate the target market and reach them with the cost effective media and trade channels? Does our companies or processes or have access to the critical capabilities and resources we need to deliver the customer benefits? Can we deliver the benefits better than the any actual or potential competitors? Will the financial rate of return meet or exceed our required threshold for the investment? By using the SWOT analysis, market opportunity analysis, we can create a opportunity and threat matrices. In the opportunity matrix, in a figure, the best marketing opportunity facing the TV lighting equipment company appear in the upper left cell. The opportunity in the lower right cell are too minor to consider. The opportunity in the upper right cell and the lower left cell are the worth monitoring in the event that can improve the attractiveness and potential. An environment threat is a challenge posed by the unfavorable trend or development that in the absence of defensive marketing action would lead to the lower sales or profit. It's one thing to find attractive opportunity and another to be able to take advantage of them. Each business need to evaluate the internal strength and weakness. Consider the Lone Bright. A SWOT-like analysis was instrumental in the development of corporate strategies that drove Dell years of success. Dell's strength was selling more effectively and efficiently direct to the consumer than IBM and Compaq, its hardware competitor at the time. Dell's weakness was that its brand was not as strong and it lacked at well enhanced channels infrastructure and solid dealer relations. Dell's opportunity was the consumer market was becoming more sophisticated and customer increasing knew exactly what they wanted. And Dell's threat was that it would fail to generate a big enough customer base in the face of strong competition and demanding channel partners. With consumers desiring purchasing convenience and flexibility. However, the internet offered a powerful direct marketing and selling option. Dell's business strategy combined direct sales, internet marketing, mass customizations, and just-in-time manufacturing to capitalize on the market opportunity it was offered. Once the company has performed a SWOT analysis, it can proceed with the goal formulation, developing a specific goals for the planning period. Goals are objective that are specific with the respect to the magnitude and time. Most businesses unit pursue a mix of objectives including profitability, sales growth, market share improvement, risk containment, innovation, reputation. The business unit sets these objective and then manages by objective MBO, or for example MBO system to work. The unit's objective must meet the four criteria, which are they must be arranged hierarchical from most to the least important. The business unit key objective for the period may be to increase the rate of return on investment. Managers can increase the profit by increasing revenue and reducing expenses, and they can grow revenue in the turn by increasing the market share prices. Objective should be quantitative or whenever possible. The objective to increase the return on investment is better stated as a goal to increase the rate of interest to 15% within 2 years. Goal should be realistic. Goal should arise from the analysis of the business unit opportunity and strength, not from the wishful thinking. Objective must be consistent. It's not possible to maximize the sales and profits simultaneously. Goals indicate what a business unit want to achieve. Strategy is a game plan for getting there. Every business must design a strategy for achieving its goals, consisting of a marketing strategy and compatible technology strategy and sourcing strategy. Michael Porter has proposed the three generic strategies that provide a good starting point for strategic thinking. These strategies include overall cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Even giant companies like AT&T, Philips, and Starbucks often cannot achieve a leadership either nationally or globally without forming alliances and with the domestic multinational companies that complement or leverage their capabilities and resources. Just doing a business in another company or in countries may requires the firm to license its products, form a joint venture with the local firms, or buy from the local suppliers to meet a domestic content requirement. Many firms have developed global strategic network, and victory is going to those who build the better one. Many strategic partnership take the form of market alliances. These fall into four major categories. First is the product or service alliances. One of the companies license another to the produce its products, or two companies jointly market their complementary product or a new product. For example, the credit card industry in the complicated or complicated the combination of the cards jointly marketed by the banks such as the Bank of America, credit card companies such as the Visa, and affinity companies such as Alaska Airlines. Promotional alliances. One companies agree to carry promotional alliances for another company's product and services. For example, in 2011, Vibe Urban Music and Lifestyle magazine announced a promotional alliances with the Hoop It Up and the world's largest participatory 3-on-3 basketball tournament program with the competition in 35 cities. The multi platform partnership include Vibe Digital, Vibe City Guide app, editorial coverage and promotional in Vibe, and highly integrative social media campaign with a strong Vibe branded presence in or at all the Hoop It Up live events nationwide. Third one is logistic alliances. One company offer logistical services for another company's product. For example, Warner Music Group and Sub Pop Records created the Alternative Distribution Alliances in 1993 as a joint venture to distribute and manufacture recorders owned by independent labels. ADA is the leading ID distribution company in the United States for both physical and digital products. Last one is pricing collaboration. One or more companies join a special pricing collaboration. For example, hotels and rental cars companies often offers mutual price discount. Therefore, companies need to give the creative thought to finding the partners that might complement their strength and offset their weakness. Well managed alliances allow companies to obtain a greater sales impact at lower cost. To keep their strategic alliances thriving, corporations have to begin to develop organization structure to support them, and many have come to view the ability to form the manage partnerships as core skills, which is called partner relationship management. According to McKinsey and Company, strategy is only one seven element, all of which start with the letter S. In successful business practice, the first three strategy, structure, and systems are considered the hardware of success. The next four S style, skills, staff, and shared value are the software. The first soft element style means companies employees share a common way of thinking and behaving. The second skills means employees have the skills indeed needed to carry out the company's strategy. Staffing means the company has hired able people, trained them well, and assign them to the right job. The fourth element, shared value, means the employees share the same guiding values. When these elements are present, companies are usually more successful at strategic implementation. So, in the feedback and control step, a company's strategic fit with the environmental will inevitable erode because the market environment changes faster than the company's 7S. Thus, company might remain efficient yet lose effectiveness. Organization can be changed through strong leadership, preferably in the advance of a crisis. The key to organizational health is to willingness to examine the changing environment and adopt new goal and behavior. Although the exact length and layout series varies from companies to company, most marketing plans cover 1 year in anywhere from 5 to 50 pages. Smaller business may create a shorter or less formal marketing plans, whereas corporation generally requires highly structured document. A marketing plan usually contains the section like executive summary, table of content, situation analysis, and marketing strategies, marketing tactics, financial projections, and implementation control. In the last stage, which is evaluating a marketing plan, here are some questions to ask in evaluating a marketing plan. Is the plan is simple? Is the plan is complete? Is the plan is specific? Is the plan is realistic? The market plan should outline what marketing research will be conducted and when, as well as how the findings will be applied. Although the marketing plan shows how the companies will establish and maintain profitable customer relationship, it also affects both internal or external relationships. The marketing plan typically outlines budgets, schedules, and marketing metrics for monitoring and evaluation of result. So friends, I hope that at the end of this lecture you would have understood the basic concept of marketing strategy and plan. We shall taking a complete series on marketing management in coming days by taking more in detail about the marketing aspects. So that it's all about today. If you have any question and queries, you can comment below. Thank you so much.